Hello, beautiful beings. I hope you're fantastic. I hope you are. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And thank you for exchanging your energy with me. I truly appreciate it. So today I was guided to talk about, actually, this is what I had a download. This is what the download said. Don't be afraid to ask the universe for what you truly deserve. And I think I've done one similar to this one before. And it seems like a lot of people have done a lot of work, but they truly don't ask. And the last one was be specific in what you ask for. But this time around, it's don't be afraid what you're looking for. And I'm linking it back to that one. Don't be afraid. Truly don't be afraid to ask what you need from the universe, because you've done so much work. You've opened up, like you've been doing work, you've opened up. And now it's almost like, what are those beautiful things that you truly desire that we can bring for you? What are those things that you want to attract like magnetize towards yourself? Because we do so much work that we get to a point where we're so humble and we're not within our solar plexus that we ask for what we want. And we sometimes get into a space where we want to, should I say, cry or be sad about the things that we lost before. So now during the journey where we lose everything, like, I always say about this, where I lost my identity when I was in hermit mode and I got burnout after my studies, is that now we looked at the broken cups, the broken emotions. We focus on those broken emotions. Focus on the things that we could have had, but we didn't have. Had my life not stopped at some point, had I not gone through the healing journey, I would have, what's the word I'm looking for? I would have gotten more. But what it's saying, the universe is saying, is like, now you get to get 1,000 times that. Now you get this in abundance, because whatever you're attracting, then you attracted it as a wounded self. Now you're not wounded anymore. Now you get to multiply by tenfold, billionfolds, or any other folds, abundance fold. What you then could have possibly, had you stayed in that timeline, could have possibly manifested or magnetized with your wounded self. So basically, the universe is saying, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I know there was a time where you were going a certain direction. I got you out of that and I put you in where I wanted you to be, because I always say to people, we do have free will, but it's not that free. We're not as free as we think it is. We are free, but not that free. Free will gives you 5 options, and there's always a 6th option where the universe says, yeah, no, I want you in this direction. Especially when it's like, I don't feel like taking you into this any other direction, please. Yeah, you're gonna go, and then 5 years down the line, you're gonna find yourself in this point. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put you in hermit mode, and then when you're hermit mode, you eventually get to where you need to be once you do all the work. So now it gets us to a point of being afraid. It gets us to a point of expressing our emotion. It gets us to a point of truly saying who we are and truly saying what we want out of the cup. Because the last time we had a cup that we wanted to fill with a lot of things, you took me out. The universe took you out, or your higher self took you out of it. But it was taking you out of it for the better you. And it is not external to you. You are the universe. So please always remember, you took yourself out of it. You took yourself out of it because you knew that was not the best timeline for yourself. Your higher self will always do what's best for you. So when I say universe, sometimes I mean higher self and everything. Put in one. Because, as within, so without. So what it's what is happening to you is what's within you. That's why it's always important to work on your subconscious mind. That's why it's always important to work on the wounded parts of who you are, because the things you will attract while you're wounded are not the best things for you. However, now the universe, now that you've worked on it, now that you work it and continue to heal, because we are souls, we're expanding, we're healing. We are on this earth, we're on this planet. Next thing we know, we'll be at Sirius, and next thing you know, we'll be on another planet. And we just continue to learn, and we're all learning at this point. Is that within that learning, don't be afraid to ask what you deserve. Because within that learning, now you're not asking from a wounded self, from a wounded point. You're asking from a healed or healing self. You're asking from a self where, if you look at your entire body, for example, let's say, for example, your arm was okay, your whole body was wounded, and then you worked on it. Now your arm is light. Now your left arm, your right arm is light, and your left leg, your right leg is light. And then it's like, oh my goodness, now you're attracting more things. Now you're like journeying to places that are now for you. And then your face is lit up, but you're still asking for things that belong to your old self, the old version of you. So leave that version and don't be afraid to ask for the big things because they will give it to you. It will give it to you. And this, be careful, guys, because I see a lot of people are always like, oh no, I'm not getting what I'm doing. Oh no, I'm sad. Because you're not doing the work. Because you're not truly doing the work. I, I was also in this space where we watch a lot of people and a lot of tarot dictating our lives, and we're not really doing the work in the background. So now I'll sit and watch like tarot for 7 hours and not do anything about it. So please meditate, journal, yoga, walk in nature, take walks every day. I walked 15 kilometers, it's not hard for me in one day. Walk. I mean, walk in clarity, like you get clarity from walking. You get to connect with nature. You get to connect with birds. I sit with birds sometimes. I just sit and I watch them. Like, do something for yourself. Detach from the screen and go do something for your soul so that your higher self can direct you to where you need to go to. So that conscious mind taps more into that subconscious mind and in that least alpha state, that where then you get some messages and downloads that will guide you, because ultimately you have to be in control of that situation. You have to be the one that does the work and speaks to the universe, not a tarot reader, not a guru or whatever. We only provide the tools. People you see online provide the tools, but ultimately you gotta do that work. And that's why journaling is very important. And if you don't know how to journal properly, freehand journal, and you're not skilled in journaling. I mean, there are people who created workbooks. I created workbooks. I'm gonna put the link down there. I created workbooks. I created workbooks on self-discovery. I created workbooks on financial freedom workbook, abundance. One called the Kinky Alchemist, which is how to transmute your sexual energy into your desires. But you gotta do the work, and not do the work for the sake of doing the work, but truly do the work so that you change your life, so that you become the best version of who you need to be and where you need to be. And don't let trickster energy come into your life. Sometimes we do work and we're thinking, oh, we're doing the work so that we mean, okay, I was there so that I can attract the lottery. Do the work so that you attract what is best for you in the best timeline in um in this lifetime. And that most of the time is guided by the heart. It's truly, truly, truly guided by the heart, and that is about loving yourself and let yourself be loved, and let yourself be loved by the right people. But also, if you do the work, trust me, your guides and the spirit guides and your higher self will not take you to the people that won't love you the way you need to be loved, the people that will hold your space for you. So also, when you love yourself, then you are able to ask for what you truly deserve, not what you think you deserve, but what you truly deserve. If I believe I deserve like to be in a like summer every day, all year, by the beach and do nothing. I truly deserve that, but hey, my wounded self is like, no, we gotta work and do something. you know. Um, Not even my higher self is like, but you gotta express yourself. You gotta express. You gotta be out there. You gotta be seen. We gotta work on that. We gotta talk about that. We gotta put it out there. We gotta share. We gotta share what you know. We gotta share the messages we give you to people. So, how about you do? What you truly deserve is not. You'll see after 2 months you'll be bored there by the beach. So I digress. I know. Back to the matter at hand is that let your heart follow you. Let your heart guide you. So not let your heart follow you, because then that's a whole different thing altogether. Let your heart guide you to the things you truly deserve. Let your heart guide you. Don't let society, don't let anybody else, don't let anything else guide you. Let your heart guide you. Don't let your wounded self guide you. Again, journal about the things you want. Even if you take a piece of paper, it's less than $1 in South Africa. There's this book I like. It's a creative book. It's called a creative book. It's like R7.99. It's just very cheap. It's like 20 cents. It is fantastic. I use that as a journal. Sometimes I just pick paper, staple them together, and then I just write, and I continue to write, and I write, and I write, and I express myself. So start with that if you have to start with that. But write what you truly deserve. And you'll see sometimes when you ask the universe that the thing you thought it's no longer is, and then there's something else. And the more you do, the more you open yourself up, the more you realize that what you thought you deserve at that point is not what you truly deserve, but there's more, and you're abundant, and you can get more. And also, like, it's like, I want money. And then, like, what are you going to do with that money? What's the feeling you want from money? I don't know what feeling I want from that money. Then you're not going to get the money because the money is a byproduct of what you're trying to get, you know? So ask the universe. Ask the universe. That was me saying, don't just ask for money, please. Ask for what the money does for you. Me, it will give me like calm, relax, no stress, by the beach all year round. And I get a card that says, take a break. And life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. Wow, you see, that's a break right there. So what you truly deserve is a break. I guess. As we said, what you maybe truly deserve is a break. Just take a break. And what you truly deserve right now is to stop watching all these videos, including mine. Switch off when you have to, switch off whenever you want to, and go and be with yourself and only yourself. Take a day off. Take moments off. I used to take a day off when I was working. I used to call in sick and I used to go sit at the botanical gardens and I watch the waterfall. And sometimes I used to walk because the waterfall by my house and walk to my house. By my house, there's a waterfall there, and I just sit and then I just watch that water, and it's the most beautiful and tranquil thing. And that for me at that moment is what I truly deserve. Because also be mindful that what we truly deserve is not a big thing. Sometimes it's the little moments. It's the little moments where you go and sit by the waterfall at midday, where you don't have to be stuck in traffic. You don't have to be answering to emails. You just sit there for 30 to 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then you either journal or you just connect with. Sorry, guys, I got cut off there, but I was at the end. I guess it's also to say don't make your list too long. Don't rely on any list. You know exactly what you want. Just go for what you want. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you have to and if you're called to do so. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, and I truly appreciate it. Always remember to be bold, be beautiful, be you, and take care. Bye.